Hello, Substack family. I felt like recording and doing a vlog. So here we are. I kind of miss my YouTube days and I want to tap back into that energy in a way that makes sense for me now. So I figured I'd record some of this trip. So I am currently in Tampa, Florida. It was my boyfriend's birthday yesterday and he's playing in Miami on Wednesday and Friday. So we decided to come to Tampa to see our families before driving down to Miami tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. And for those of you that don't know, my mom lives in Tampa, and I actually lived in Tampa for like a little over 10 years. I moved down here in second grade from the Bronx, and I went to, elementary, middle school, and high school here. I would always, of course, go to New York in the summers and in between, and I always wanted to move back to New York. So as soon as I turned 18, I left, and I actually went to Miami first, and I did 1 year of college there. And then I moved back to New York when I was 19. So being in Tampa is always really interesting because it's such a huge marker for me of my own growth and evolution. Maybe one day I'll get into sort of like my backstory and share a little bit more about the things that I've experienced or gone through. But being here is just always like such a reminder of how much I've grown in my own growth. And it's funny because today I was thinking about a YouTube video that I actually filmed when I was here. And I was talking about like healing and how important like the healing work is to do, because every time I would come to Tampa, I would just be triggered and just be reminded of like everything that I experienced. And so I need to watch that video. Maybe I'll insert clips from that video here, because I just know that when I see that footage, I just gonna want to reach through the screen and hug that version of me and tell her that she fucking did that. She did the work, and I'm just so proud of myself. This like poverty cycle of generation, like it is not okay. And I know that I have to work so hard. I have to work so hard to like help my family. And that's why I moved to New York too, because like I love them, but I can't grow by being with them, because it's like, you guys understand, if you come from a Latino family, like we're all raised like for it to be like a village and to kind of take care of each other. But like at the same time, you can't grow without feeling like there's always something going on. There's always something going on with their families, and we're constantly kind of being dragged and pulled back into the mess. And no family's perfect, of course, but I know that I wasn't going to be able to grow if I stayed like close to my family, because it's there a lot. So that's a big reason why I moved. So I know that when I get to where I'm supposed to get to, I'm going to be able to help them in the way that I want to. If you know that you're the person in your family that is like the one that's not going to save your family, quote unquote, but the one that's going to kind of push your family forward and change the generational cycles of like all the shit that we have repeatedly put on ourselves, whether it's poverty, whether it's mental health, whether it's X, Y, and Z. Like if you know that you're that person that's going to push your family forward and the next generations after you forward, just make sure, number one, to always take care of yourself, because the work is not easy. Let me tell you, it is not easy to kind of know that you have all that pressure on yourself to like succeed and be successful for the next generations after you, but also know that like you don't have to put up with like all of this shit too that happens, and I'm so thankful to, like, I love my family so much, but I really am so thankful to like live far away from them. And it was like the most selfish thing I ever had to do in my life, and for a few years I felt like shit about it. I felt really, really bad that I just left them and I wasn't here to help, but I needed to do that for myself, because I can't help you as I'm trying to help myself. I have to help myself first, and then I can help you. So being here just kind of reminds me again, like my mission, and that I need to be aggressive in my pursuit of success. And so anyways, I am on my way to see my mom. I brought her some flowers. And of course, since I was in Publix, like you cannot come to Publix and not get a sub. But in my case, I didn't get a sub. I got a wrap, trying to be like a little bit more mindful of what I'm consuming. So I got a chicken tender wrap. The Publix sandwiches and chicken tenders, are so good. If you're from the South, if you shop at Publix, So yeah, I am now on my way to go see my mom, spend some time with her. Even though this is a short trip, I really wanted to make some time in my day to come see her, even if it's for like an hour or two at her house. And yeah, I'm so proud of myself and my growth. Like, if you knew my story, you would understand how big of a deal this is. What is life, y'all? So crazy. I just left from seeing my mom, and I'm feeling such a wave of emotion, and I definitely need an unhappy hour to just cry. But I really want to give myself like the space and the time to do so fully. But I feel such a sense of sadness for my mom.